Welcome to the School of Breath, where we relearn the simple act of breathing. If you're new to this channel, my name is Abhi and I help you create the life by design. Well, in this video, we bring you the secret to longevity. And is it possible to tap into that immortality just through your breath? Well, let me start this video by asking you a simple question. Do you know how many breaths per minute you take? If you don't, stick around until the end of the video and we'll calculate the number of your breaths a minute and what does it say about your age. So stay tuned. See, in ancient yogic traditions, the life expectancy is not measured in the number of days or years, but in the number of breaths. And according to ancient yogic texts, it clearly states that everyone has been given a finite number of breaths. That is, as we consume these breaths or prana, we go closer to our death. So how do we live longer? Well, the simple and short answer is by bringing awareness to your breath and assigning a value to the breath. Well, to understand this, let me give you an example. The story my guru used to tell me. He used to ask me one question. He says, what if you're stranded, stuck in a desert with no water? What would you do to get a bottle of water? And how much would you pay for a bottle of water if you're thirsty in a desert for 7 days? Well, story is a story, so let's make your life simple. Let's say somebody just gives you that bottle of water. Now you have a bottle of water and you have 7 days to survive in a desert. What would you do? How would you use that water? Would you drink this whole bottle in one sitting? Or would you rather ration the water, be frugal with the water so you can spread your consumption over 7 days? Well, I hope your answer is that you will be consciously aware of how much water you're drinking so you can spread the water throughout those 7 days. Well, the ancient yogis used to say, bring the same awareness to your breath. Although your breath is given to you for free, but it's not unlimited. The first thing you did when you were born is inhale. And the last thing you do before you die is exhale. And how you manage the number of breaths in between is up to you. If you are the kind of person who worries a lot, has anxiety, stress, then you'll automatically have shallow breaths and hence use the same number of breaths faster. And if you stay relaxed, you breathe slow, rhythmic breaths, then you live longer. So therefore, in all my yoga class, I bring awareness to the way you breathe. As you breathe in, first bring awareness that the breath is going all the way deep into your belly. Feel the belly expanding. And then you fill up the chest. And as you exhale, naturally you empty the belly first, pull the diaphragm up, and then exhale from the chest. This is a whole, full, rhythmic yogic breath. That's why in all the ancient practices, whether it's pranayama or tai chi, they always bring awareness to the slowness and richness of the breath. In other words, breathe less and live more. When the mind is focused on the breath and the nervous system is calm, there is less stress on the body and it experiences better digestion and elimination. So let's go to the ancient text, the autobiography of a yogi, a gem in the yoga literature and one of my favorites. Yogananda in this book says, and I quote, "The restless monkey breathes at the rate of 32 times a minute, in contrast to man's average of 18 times. The elephant, tortoise, snake, and other animals, noted for their longevity, have a respiratory rate which is less than man's. In other words, they breathe slower than man. The tortoise or a turtle, for instance, who may attain the age of 300 years, breathes only 4 times a minute. So the question is, can animals elongate their life through awareness of their breath? Yes, but they will not, because they are hardwired to breathe in a certain way. They're instinctual, and I don't think there is any desire for animals to elongate their life. That's only human beings, and that's why we have the ability to slow down our breath. See, we can either let the breath be an automatic process, unconscious, automatic process governed by our autonomous nervous system, or we can take charge of this process by bringing your awareness on the breath. Well, if I just ask you, how many times are you breathing a minute? Just the mere question brings awareness to your breath. And as you become more aware of your breath, you automatically slow down the breath. So I'm going to start a timer for a minute. And your job is to just count the number of breath in this 60 seconds. And don't try to manipulate the breath. See if you can just breathe in and out normally. So let's start the timer. So here's our simple calculation. An average person breathes unconsciously 15 breaths a minute. If you just slow down the breath to 12 breaths a minute, you will live up to 108 years. And if you slow down the breaths to 9 breaths per minute, you can live up to 125 years. And if you slow down the breath even further to 5 to 6 breaths, you can live up to 165 years. And of course, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming that you've already lived a number of your years, whatever your age is. For example, for me, I've already lived 40 years, and most of my life was unconscious breathing. But if I can just slowly condition myself through pranayama and yoga practice to breathe slower, then I'll use up less prana, which means I'll extend my lifespan. In summary, if you have a restless, agitated, stressful breath, you breathe faster, and as a result, your life is shorter. And on the other hand, if you bring awareness to the breath and breathe in and out peacefully, rhythmically, and lovingly, then you have a longer life. So I hope this video helped you understand the yogic perspective on the longevity. In the next video, we'll go deeper into what's the difference between breath and prana. Are they interchangeable? Well, until next time, my name is Abhi, and I help you create the life by design. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? See you next time.